What's going on, everyone? Justin again, as always. Thanks for watching my channel. Welcome back. Today we're going to talk about maintaining your shit, man. Let's talk about it because I had a customer that came in today. I didn't end up working on the vehicle, actually. Shane did, but man. So you guys know, you come in for an oil change. Sometimes people check out your shit. It's called a multi-point. You may have heard of it. Some of you might end up doing it on your own vehicle. Checking it out, they let you know, hey, this much brake pad in the rear, this much brake pad in the front, this much tire wear in the front, this much tire wear in the rear, alignment, whatever. You know, they're letting you guys know what's going on with the car, or at least you're able to look around and see what's going on with your car. Now, I'm not gonna pretend like I'm not guilty myself of putting shit off, okay? Because believe me, I'm the king of procrastination. The Mariner's a prime example. I put things off for a while, but there's a couple things that I try to stay on top of. Brakes, tires, fluids. Those are the things I try to stay on top of that. Other things I'm kind of like, yeah, well, how bad is it? You know, kind of thing. And I kind of play it by ear. Like leaky shock, yeah, I should probably get it done, but is it going to kill me to leave it leaking for a little bit? Probably not. Leaky strut, yeah, same kind of concept. You know, is it going to kill me to let it go for a little while? Probably not. Probably have a little bit rougher of a ride. Could potentially wear out other suspension components in the process. However, it's going to take a little bit of time, especially if I just noticed it, you know. And if everything else looks up and up and up, probably okay. But brakes, tires, and fluids, man, that's pretty important stuff. I mean, if you don't know anything about the fluid stuff, if you can just figure out how to check the fluid level while you're at the gas station periodically, you're going to be a lot better off than if you didn't check the fluid level at all. If you do your own oil changes and you're underneath the car, it might do you some good to take a peek around with a flashlight and see what's leaking, if anything's leaking. If nothing's leaking, then you're probably good. Take a look at that drive belt. If it's got a lot of cracks in it, or it's severely glazed and looks like it's cutting through, or there's a strand that's missing, you might want to just go ahead and throw that belt on there so that way you're not in a panic when the belt gets torn up to shreds, and as it's flopping around, right, maybe it's close to an AC hose and whack, psh, AC everywhere. I've seen that happen on my stepson's car. He was driving down the road. He'd been cruising around for months. I hadn't had a chance to go over and take a look at it. He stopped by periodically. Next thing you know, he broke down, belt went, psh, ripped right through his AC hose, and I was like, well, that's going to be a costly repair. So anyway, we ended up trading that car out and he got into something new. Beside the point, getting back to maintaining your shit. So this lady brought her car in. She went well beyond like the brake pad. I'm sure somebody at some point told her her brake pads were getting low in the rear, and she just kept cruising. Eventually the piston gave out. Like it went all the way through. Here's the insane part. I'm going to tell you the insane part. So the piston reached its maximum stretch. The metal to metal on the brake pad backing plate was gone. The piston actually had worn through that into the actual caliper piston and grounded it down. It was insane. I actually took a little video clip, so I'm going to go ahead and share that right now.
Look at this shit.
What not to do.
Yeah, do your brakes on time, people. Holy shit. Okay. Oh my God, look at this thing. This piston has absolutely been used as a brake pad to stop this vehicle until eventually it blew completely out. That's freaking nuts, man. Holy cow. Look at it. It's like someone took a grinding wheel to it.
So you guys see how insane that is? Oh my God, this lady went above and beyond. Take a look at the tire wear in the front from a bad alignment or not having their vehicle aligned. Let's take a look at what you can look at when you're looking at your tires, when you're underneath there doing the oil change, to see if your vehicle might need an alignment, if the toe is towed in or toe is towed out. Let's take a look at these tires. You'll see what I'm talking about.
Look at these tires, man. Holy crap.
Excessive wear. Very dangerous. That tire could blow. It could flap, 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 take off a quarter panel, which I have seen when I was working at a tow company. I've seen a Chevy Colorado where her rear tire blew out, and it literally flopped around just enough where it tore up the entire rear quarter panel of her truck, which is a part of the truck bed. And since it was just old enough with just amount of mileage and so forth, she had some kind of coverage, but I think they ended up totaling the truck out. Insane, insane. So at any rate, if you haven't already kind of gotten the gist of this whole entire video, it was really just to kind of bring everyone together to talk about this, because I think we see it as mechanics more than regular people do. I think that, like I told my stepson, you know, I says, what's your number one thing when you go run out to your car? It's not to check the fluid, it's not to pop the hood. Chances are you're never gonna dive underneath it. You might not even ever see that drippy spot in the middle of the driveway as you're backing out for work. It's literally, oh God, I'm late for work. Grab my keys, in the car, start it, head to work, get out of work, jump in the car, I'm going home, straight home, and you probably never look at the car ever again. As DIYs, as weekend warriors, as mechanics, as technicians, whatever you want to call yourself, you know as well as I know, hey, we get to it when we get to it, and sometimes our cars are the last ones to get fixed. But we always try to, you know, take care of some of the more important things that's going to make the car life last just a little bit longer and make it to where it's not a road hazard for anyone else out there driving or for you and your family while you're cruising around. So what do you think about this topic? Another thing that I want to add in there before we end this video is, my question to you is, what do you think is a suitable mileage to go before an oil change? We all know that 3,000 to 5,000 miles, depending on if it's conventional and full synthetic, has pretty much been the gist for all the years. However, I usually change mine around 4K. For as far as ATF, I usually change it every 60 to 70K. That's my interval. What do you guys think? Is there an actual interval for that you should be changing it more frequently, less frequently? I know some people go by the actual maintenance slide itself. I don't personally do that. But what are your thoughts and opinions on it? I know that manufacturers specify this stuff inside the owner's manual, but nobody ever looks at it. So if we can just get a basic idea of what you guys think is suitable for oil change mileage or transmission mileage, put it down in the comments. I'm getting a lot of questions from a lot of friendly subscribers that just want to know some of the basics, but they don't want to put it in the comments because, you know, they might feel bad if somebody decides to laugh at them or something like that. So without laughing, let's put down some serious advice down in the comments for everybody. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you guys watching. We'll see you guys next time. Deuces.